What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to every other Wednesday night. And you know what that means on Three Star Draw. I am down south 77, and with me is my buddy.
Crusty old crow. That's my pillow.
That's your that's your cuddle pillow.
That's my cuddle pillow. And my anime life doll's out of shot, but thank God for that.
You know, and so you had to wash the pillowcase today, huh?
No.
We are the backyard battlefield. Welcome to our Christmas episode, and we are calling this the 12 days of Jomas, and we have a reason for that you guys will see soon. So, Crow, what you been up to today? What's going on? Cold up there, eh?
Yeah, she's been snowing up here for the last couple of days, and then trying to melt that with rain, which freezes, and then it's uh it's been icy. So I've been staying inside, packing up, getting ready to go back out west to Alberta and visit family for the holidays. What about yourself?
Oh, just work today. It was about 60 here today and pouring down rain and thunderstorms, and I think tomorrow it's going to be about 41 and like 26 tomorrow night or some shit. So we're on that weather roller coaster again that we ride down here all the time.
Oh
Um,
man. Well,
just
makes you
just trying to
look forward to summer, right?
yeah, no, no, no. I'm fine with this.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
better. I'm better with this than I am with summer.
Oh
Um,
dear.
yeah, I like the cold better, believe it or not. So I'm fat, so I don't do summer very well.
Mhm.
So yeah, just went to work today, slogged through the rain. Actually picked the one day that we got a bunch of rain to have to do a bunch of stuff outside. Um, let's see what else. Supposed to meet up with my boss, and he ditched me, so I finished that job alone and went home.
Yeah, it seems you had the boss on the mind lately, but maybe it was because you were wearing that all day. The boss never showed up.
He probably would have showed up to see this. I couldn't wear this to work. It's not very stretchy.
Yeah, down south, 77 actually has Christmas clothes. I don't, so hockey is as close as I get to Christmas. So
I told him I had enough for both of us. So
there you go.
it's,
And
so
you
let's
do.
before we get a lot further, let's go ahead and say hi to the chat. We got some people in already. So we got J Astro 319. Ho ho ho, fellas. He sees you when you're sleeping, and that's Crow. He sees you. He sees all.
Yeah, yeah, but just the authorities only know about it, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, he has to. He's got to stay a certain distance away, but he sees it.
Yeah, school zones aren't everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. You can go around. Um,
Huh.
Menjoza is in the house. What's up, all? Hey, Menjoza. Derek Holloman is here. Ronnie Trickshot, all the way from Australia. Good day, good day. Keen for Darren to play some sound effects. Yeah, we'll talk about that. That was it's funny. It's kind of an inside joke, but I'll let you guys in on it. So, Crimson Cobra Commander is here. Hey guys, what's going on, Crimson Cobra Commander? Legend series. Yes, hit that like button. I appreciate it. It helps me out in that algae rhythm because I have been booted right the hell out of it lately. Nothing.
You too, eh?
I,
Yeah.
yeah, it's nothing, dude. I could get on here with the winning lottery numbers and
Yeah, I
wouldn't
think
do
it's
shit.
we were supposed to send Christmas cards to YouTube this year and we forgot, so they've kicked us out of the algorithm.
I forgot to send all my Christmas cards out. I
Mhm.
usually send them, and like all of a sudden, I was like, shit, they ain't gonna get there to half of them. So I'm just gonna text everybody and say this is your digital Christmas card because I forgot.
I was gonna
Never
say,
forget. Happened to me.
do you call them Christmas cards down there? I thought I was borrowing your term. Up here we call them bills. That's what I send.
I'd love to send somebody my bills.
Yeah, yeah. No, I have to
If
send those
if
in
they
paid.
if they could see this hella dope toys order that finally showed up, I'd love to see
Ooh.
send somebody my bills.
You got
Uh,
one too? What'd you get?
yeah. Oh, from hella dope.
Mm.
Well, I tell you what. Let me get through the chat before I get lost, and I'll show you some of what come in. Um,
Hmm.
Bobby Wald is here with us. Oh, let's see. Turk Murphy, Toy Solution, is here. Dreadnought K6 is here, looking sharp. Thank you. Thank you very much. Forte. Good evening,
every
everyone in the chat.
every girl's crazy about a sharp dressed man. Any girls here?
Not likely.
Dang.
that would be nice, but
Man.
we don't get a whole lot of that in this realm, do we? So hella dope. So one of the things I got, so I got this guy. Now this is the first one. Got him
Oh
sitting over
yeah.
here because it's Christmas time. So I bet that was loud as hell.
And it
It's
should
Christmas
be. It
time
should be loud.
with
All
all
those
them chains, man.
chains.
You got more chains than Flavor Flav. So I got the the blue one that does not glow,
Mm.
the non-glowy one that came. Actually, I think that's the only other thing that I brought in here. I got the retailer exclusive Cosmic Legion dude, the Fisher Price, because he's the tribute to the Fisher Price little people
Oh, is that
astronaut
what
dude.
that's about? Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
I got him, and I haven't opened him yet because I'm hopefully want to do a video at some point whenever I can sit down and do a review on something.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. You don't have to give it all away here, man.
yeah, but he's the
Yeah.
same blue as what the retailer Jacob Marley wound up being. Like he's that ice like front like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining blue.
That's what I love about those, especially the Christmas ones. I'm never going to be a fan of Christmas action figures, not ever, no matter how cool they look. But when they really do the proper coloring with that dead blue glow that these things
Yeah,
have, I was like, respect. I got respect for it for sure.
I like them. See, I like when I finally am able to get into the Christmas spirit. Um, when I finally get in there, which is about this time of year, about a week to go. It's a week till
Mm.
Christmas, y'all. Um, I go all out, and I like Santa Claus stuff. So like when my mom was alive, she collected snowman stuff, and I collect Santa Claus stuff. So I've got all her snowman stuff and all my Santa Claus stuff. But you talking about the figures, I love that they are making some cool Christmas figures now, and not just Four Horsemen.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're probably as guilty of this as I am, and every single one of you in the chat, if you were growing up in a white Christian esque household, who hasn't played with their action figures in the nativity scene, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Jesus, give me cover, Mary, you're on point. We're going in. Like,
I've been scouring like Instagram and stuff because I'm waiting to see somebody do a nativity scene with the little baby from the Goblin Queen that come out this summer. I'm waiting to see a
uh,
Spider-Man nativity scene. So,
is it
Eric
Spider-Man or
Perlman.
X-Men? Yeah,
It
Eric.
was X-Men. You're right. It was
Yeah,
X-Men. The X-Men
yeah.
'97. So
This
Eric
is
Thurman's here. Thank you, Eric.
no. I got this from Hella Dope. These were back in stock, and I'm gonna tell everybody in the chat what Punk told me, which was after I bought it, should have ordered two. Absolutely right. Get two of these if you're gonna get this. It's great as one, but two make it what you're probably picturing a weapons rack to look like. It's
Yeah,
because they won't. Yeah, go ahead and get
I
me
was gonna
off full screen.
say. No, you're still showing it.
You son of a bitch. No, no, I'm not.
It looks awesome, but it does look a little narrow.
It is actually, you know what? Here, I'll do this. I will move the camera really quick because it's somewhere really close. We'll just do it's right there. Like if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll put it
It's
back on full screen.
okay. Well, I can't see it and point at it at the same time, but you get eight of everything. So eight panels, eight gun mounts, and then the rest of the plugs to do it. So eight doesn't go as far as you think it would. That was the point I think Lawrence was trying to tell me. But so I'll
Yeah.
definitely order another one of those, but using a certain code.
Yeah. Right. Now, you got to
Yeah,
make sure you do that. Most of the stuff that I have ordered from Hella Dope, I forgot to put it in. So luckily with this
I've
order,
done
I
that.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Crimson Cobra Commander, I honestly hate this season, but love the day of Christmas, and I'm right there with you. I've got my own reasons, but I just it's not my favorite season, but I don't want to drag stuff down, so not gonna tell any stories. It's just not my favorite. Send me back to Halloween. Let's roll the clock back 2 months. I do have the this is the whole suit, this jacket. Like I got the pants and the tie and all that, but yeah, that's just way too much to put on to sit in here and do this. You're only gonna see the suit jacket. Somewhere I've got a picture of me in the whole thing of when I got it, I think 3 Christmases ago, and I wore it to Christmas at family Christmas. So I'll try to remember it and post that somewhere because I haven't
Yeah.
gained that much weight since that day. So let's see. Trying to think what all we got on the menu. So we're going to do a mostly Christmas theme show tonight. We are going to go over a little bit of Joe stuff here at the beginning. And then we're mostly going to talk about some Christmas stuff. We're going to talk about some movies, some music, maybe some stuff from our favorite Christmas as a kid with Joe stuff that we got. Like maybe our if you got one year that was the best. Then we have some secret intel that we intercepted. We're going to go over, and then we got a surprise at the end that's going to be really funny. I think.
So
If anybody wants
checkers.
to be my secret Santa, let me know. I'll get you my address. I've already got your address, but you can put it out if you really want. Was that
No.
Crow?
No, I was laughing. Secret Santas. I remember doing those when people
Secret
didn't know
Santa's
you.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah. The trick
Secret
is you got to
Santas are
know the
fun.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, or otherwise, you know what it all went to with Secret Santas. It just went to gift cards like everything else.
Yeah, pretty
You can't
much.
go wrong. You can't go
No.
wrong with a gift card unless you've got somebody that's really religious and you give them one for like Hustler or something. You get them
Sex chat line card.
a year's subscription to Swank or
Yeah,
Gent,
yeah.
one of the really trashy ones.
Some monthly membership to some phone sex line.
Yeah, just some random OnlyFans. Here you
Yeah.
go.
Doesn't this is about
Oh,
Christmas though?
yeah, yeah. Merry Christmas. Here's some titties. Woody
Yeah.
Triple Deuce, the figure addict in the house.
What's going on, Woody?
He has got barfed on by the Christmas goblin. Got Christmas goblins right here. I got him here too.
Wee wee. That looks cool. Those remind me of so if you guys have watched The Secret Level on Amazon Prime, you'll see the Warhammer 40K one, which made both Rape Mason Eye's head explode and probably same time toys as well. But in there in the dark, they're fighting these demons. Could you hold that figure up again?
Hold on. Let me do solo and I'll hold him
Yeah,
up. So
yeah,
this is the figure obscura Krampus. This is the four horseman
yeah.
Krampus.
So that torso and that head are very similar to what you were seeing in that 40K video in the dark with the neon blood. They were hacking up
Yeah.
these like berserker like demons and whatnot. It's not exactly the same, but just I would be remiss if I didn't mention that episode of Next Level or Secret Level at least 20 times tonight.
I also have to say thank you, and my cousin is supposed to be thanking you also for reminding me about that show because you asked me about it. I'm like, I remember that show was coming out and I forgot about
Mm.
it, and you told me about it, and I watched all of it in a couple days. Like they're short, they're like 15, 18 minute
Anthology.
shorts long. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I love me some anthology. So that's a really
exactly.
good show. It's on Prime, right?
Yeah, that was on
Prime.
Amazon Prime. If you guys
Yeah.
haven't checked it out, it's basically video game properties from Ubisoft and a bunch of others. So these are named properties like Pac-Man, Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer 40K. There was a couple others, Armor Core, and they made 10-minute movies, and they're amazing. That's it.
Yeah. And it's some kind of obscure, not really obscure, but they didn't it's not like Legend of Zelda or like, they didn't do Mario, they didn't do Halo, they did not obscure franchises, but not the first thing you would think to
L-
make blockbuster shorts out of.
Yeah, I mean, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons aside, they used a lot of lesser known properties and obscure ones. They made a movie out of Pac-Man that'll fuck your mind. I think we're far enough in that I could say that now.
Yeah, we're
Right.
good. I'm not making any money anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the 40K one I thought was it was easy to do a 40K one because they have so much in there, but what they included in there really was for the fans more than it was to
Yeah.
bring people into the line. There was some specific little clues in there for big fans, right? So,
Yeah,
hey,
and
we
I
got
think
17.
yeah, hit that like. I'll forget to say
Mhm.
it again, probably. Yeah, and that was the thing about that Warhammer video. Like, I know there were all kind of Easter eggs and things in there that I didn't get, and I
Yeah.
love that they did that for the people who do, because I thought it was cool as hell just without knowing what the Easter eggs were. I think probably my favorite one was probably the military one or the Dungeons and Dragons one. I really like that one. That was the first one.
Yeah, the first one is the Dungeons and Dragons one, and that one's pretty epic. It definitely shows that whole party dynamic that the game wants to
Yeah,
let you feel, right? There's such a diverse group in there. Like that halfling was kind of very interesting, I thought, for the female halfling.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought she was
yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I thought all of them were cool. I thought all those characters were cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Got a comment from Dreadnought Starred here. No, we are not. They are. We are not doing a drama video. They may be all the rage, but they are not here. Uh,
Mm.
And let's see, where's the other one? Eric says he used to take Larry Flint's order. So did you ever meet him? Did you meet Larry Flint? He was one of my heroes
And what
back
was
in.
the order like? Were you delivering pizza or KY? This is a relevant question. What were you
Yeah, I'm
filling?
I'm interested to know what Larry Flynn ate. Like that was actual food.
Yeah, it's just for food. We
just
know
just food.
he ate a lot of things.
Yeah, I just want to know what he was eating for food. So
Yeah.
Dreadnought K6 said he heard it was Woody that's behind all those Jersey drones.
The Jersey drones. Is that something that's driving people nuts right now? Drones?
Hey man, hey, is that not news up there? Y'all not heard about
So
that up there?
I'm kind of a recluse these days. I stay
Okay.
away from anything. I only believe what I see on YouTube, and then it's the absolute truth. And I haven't seen anything about drones attacking Jersey yet. So
So I'm not gonna go. I ain't gonna lay the whole thing out, but basically, there's a bunch of drones that are started out flying all over New Jersey, and they're flying in patterns, and they're flying in places that drones shouldn't be flying, and they're
Mm,
everything from like your regular, like a hobby drone, all the way up to the stuff that police and military use,
okay.
and nobody is. Nobody's owning up to it and nobody will say anything about it or make anybody do anything about it. And
Here's my
so
only
it's a
piece of
big deal.
advice. My only piece of advice if you're in Jersey and these drones are flying low over you, make sure you have a spot to get some last second distance away from them if they come thundering down. If you're paying attention to the shit that's going on in the Ukraine, drones are very relevant. You have a right to be a little concerned right now. And I'll
That's
leave
what
it at
people are
that.
worried about.
Yep. Yep.
That's that's
Yep.
that's what that's what people are worried about. I think Woody said he's flying them over looking for 100 grenadier troopers. Did you ever get the rest of yours from BBTS?
Oh no, I went through GameStop. I got one, and then that was it. And they when I say, "Hey, have you guys ordered the other ones?" They just laugh and they're like, "Of course we have." It's no more. Taps run dry out here.
I have two. I'm good. Now, if I see them somewhere, like
Yeah.
especially if I see them on one of these sales like everybody's got going on right now,
I
which who
could pick.
knows,
Yeah,
Target might put them on sale next week. Targeting.
yeah. I can pick up Iron Grenadier bats, like change on the sidewalk, but I can't find a single more Grenadier. So I might just have an Iron Grenadier bat army and leave it at that for troop if I wanted to troop build anything. So I just see a larger comment out of Triple C. Oh yeah, there we go.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Excited
there we
about
go.
the Iron Grenadiers. Nobody's excited about them. Now everybody army builds them. Yeah, I mean, that's how it usually goes with this stuff. Nobody wants it until it's out and then it's gone. It's Nemesis Immortal, anyone? So I'm
Mhm.
not going to buy that. That looks like ass, but I'm going to order three
I
of them.
don't sound like that
Not
much.
you. Yeah, the Iron Grenadier bats, man. That might be my favorite repaint in the line.
It was good. I liked it. I couldn't pick any fault out of it for sure. I was like, I thought this year was about correcting a few things, and I think they did. But then they took a couple of chances that didn't go over well. Between Roadblock and Nemesis, I think people were kind of iffy at the end. But
Yeah.
mm.
J Astro have them on Amazon. The Grenadier or the Bat? It's been a minute since I've looked.
Oh yeah, you can
Last I
get
looked, the Bat was on there. Last I looked.
yeah. So I've seen the Iron Grenadier on Amazon, but you got to remember, Canadian Amazon and American Amazon might not look alike. With the Canadian ones, it's a bidding war, and I've seen them going for like $65, right?
Good
Which
lord,
is yeah, that's only like 45, $50 your money, but
they're
your
good,
colorless
but they
money.
ain't that good.
Yeah, they're not that worth. And I'm not troop building like that.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, and I really like the hell out of them. So they got Amazon's got they don't have the Iron Grenadier in stock right now. They've got the Bat, but he's $26.99, and so that's got to be a third party seller. But they have
Gotta
been
be.
on there. Yeah,
Mhm.
they have had them because I've been looking. The other thing I've been checking is who's going to get that next wave first with Leatherneck and Xandar and all that because I'm telling you, they've got them. GameStop's got them at January, and Walmart has them for February. I'm supposed to get the ones from Walmart February 1st. We'll see how that works out.
So if GameStop has them for January, and I'm gonna be checking my GameStop tomorrow, I suspect I will see them like at the very start of January because they're usually a week earlier than what GameStop predicts it at. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I show a I show another one here giving away secrets because I did GAF. I don't know if this one is actually going to go down or not. I don't know if this is really going to happen, but so they got these guys at GameStop supposed to
Oh, the
release in 3 days.
Retro Viper.
The
So I
Viper
should be.
Mindbender and whatever the other one was.
So I have two of them on pre-order with Hasbro, and I've never pre-ordered with Hasbro before, but shouldn't I be getting a notification my credit card's going to be charged soon?
Not from Hasbro. You'll get it everywhere else first, but Hasbro.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, at
I
least I
don't
know.
I don't know. Now, I don't know if they'll wind up pushing this back or not because I haven't seen anything else on it, but they haven't moved that date. It's setting on the 21st. So that's 3 days. And I didn't even order these, but I thought about ordering one just to see if it actually ships and shows up or not.
I I still had two of the old ones, like from the three pack that Hasbro released a while back, and I was like, all right, I could justify getting a couple of retros and throwing them in there, but that's it. Like, I'm not a huge Viper guy. I don't really care.
I'm not
They're
either. It's not my favorite trooper.
no, they're fine to have a few, but like I don't have to build them the same way I build it with other troops. So
Yeah. Derek Holloman says, my Hasbro order for SSV2, it's not SSV2, it is SSV5. And
oh,
IG
you know
Bat
what he meant.
finally got paid for. I've found 3 Iron Grenadiers. I've yet to see SSV5 in the wild. I haven't seen any of them in the wild. Like
Really?
nobody here has that wave in my area that I've been. I
Oh
haven't.
my gosh.
I've been in like 4 Walmarts, 2 Targets, 1 GameStop.
Okay, we're tripping over those things right now. Alpine and Storm Shadow are everywhere right now. It's just, somebody else too. The 60th anniversary Halo jumpers and snipers are now abundant. It's just like it's kind of surprising you guys still haven't seen them because usually I'm not used to us having the abundance until you guys have already had your push through.
I don't yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I
Mm-hmm.
saw the Halo jumper and the sniper again at Target the other day, which is funny because that's the only Target I've seen them at, and I've seen the sniper twice now. None of the other Targets I've been in have them, but they had like three or four of each one of them. I was going to
Yeah.
get the sniper, but there was
Yeah,
no sales.
make sure if you're only getting one of them, get the sniper because you know you got
Ah,
the jumper
yeah.
coming. Yeah, yeah,
Honestly, that's if that would have been the first choice, but I knew that one is coming to me eventually. So,
yeah. As soon as Canada
Jay,
Post gets off their ass.
Jay Astro had him long ago. Third IG troop there a while back. Yeah, no, I know Amazon still got them the next ones for September. So I don't know. Who knows, man? We don't know what's going on with these damn release dates on these things. Um, Hasbro set that way out as a placeholder. So when they move them forward, they can go, "Oh, look at us! We hit we beat the target date." So, Eric, they're not at GameStop. They're on GameStop's website, scheduled to release the 21st, the retros. I don't know if that's actually can happen. They might move it back. Might be like, oh, we forgot to change those dates. We're not getting those guys till next summer. It's just what it says. So
Yeah.
take that with a grain of salt. But I thought it might be worth just trying to order one of them to see,
Yeah.
because
I see the
GameStop's been the sleeper.
yeah. I'm seeing the talk about the sniper, and I'm one of the few people that can kind of forgive the female sniper for what it is and like the figure itself. I've got three of these things. I feel they are worth the money if you can get them at any kind of like 10% rebate at the full price. I could see it being annoying, guys, but
Yeah.
the amount of head swaps and kit bashing you can do with these things kind of I've got a Charlie's Angels unit going right now. I'm loving it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see.
exactly.
Yeah, Woody's a great figure. Uh,
Mhm. I'll show you
and
Helix.
Triple C, I'm more interested in the fireman. I really like that fireman figure.
Yeah,
Call me the
that,
fireman. That's my
that
name.
that's
That
my
looks
new
good.
Helix. Yeah, just giving Helix a horse and a bow 'cause I'm sick of yellow.
I kind of like the yellow.
It's cool, but it's just like it stands out so much, right? But I wanted something to go with the green, but keep the head sculpt.
I just don't need. I mean, I don't know. Those are passes for me, but even the stuff that like I pass, I wind up getting anyway. So I
Like
want to get her.
Nemesis.
Yeah, no, I ordered him. I ordered him as soon as he dropped.
No, that's fine.
No, like the other 60th figures and the retro cards. Like I'll get the eel and the snow serpent eventually. Snow serpent's like $16 at Walmart.
Yeah, and I've actually yeah they've been the one thing they haven't put on sale. We've had our retro cards on sale for the last few weeks, but it's all been Duke Scarlet Stalker. They haven't included Beachhead, Snow Serpent, or Eel, or Cobra Trooper, or Cobra Commander. Like it's almost like they know what the preferred ones were, right? And I was like,
Oh
ah,
yeah,
thought you were gonna put them all on sale, not just these ones.
yeah. Shooter is like $15 at Walmart right now. Shooter's 15 and Night Force Tunnel Route's $10 right now.
Those are great
Um,
prices. I mean, those are
yeah,
great bucks regardless of Night Force or not. That's
yeah,
worth it.
yeah.
Shit.
I've still got to open Night Force Tunnel Route. I don't even know where it's at. It's up there somewhere. It's up there somewhere in the boxed stuff. Eric
Yeah,
wants to know who our female figure of the year is.
that's a good question for Joe or for all lines.
We only, I'm guessing for Joe's. We only got two,
Who do we get? We
the
got Glenda.
sniper and
We
oh,
got the
okay.
sniper.
Oh no, you're right.
We got Glenda
Scarlet.
again. And we got yeah Scarlet, and so that's Glenda
Cool.
again.
Never
And then we
mind.
got Coral, so that's Glenda again.
Yeah,
Like
never
we
mind.
just got we got three of the same ass, and then someone else.
Yeah. It just looks so much better on Coral though.
Uh,
Uh,
I would say For head sculpt, coral. For body sculpt entirely, the 60th anniversary female sniper. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have her, so I
Hey,
mean, if
Dave.
I gotta pick one, Daredevil Dave in the house. That's right. That
Oh,
is what counts. You're here.
yep.
If I got to pick one out of the ones that I have, man, I don't know. That's probably because I mean they're the same figure. So other than Jinx, so probably I'd probably go with Coral or Glenda.
Yeah.
I really like Scarlet, but I like the color scheme of Glenda more, and I think Coral's a more badass looking figure than all of them.
She was surprising. I'll say that. Like, I'm just seeing if I got her up here somewhere. I thought I did, but yeah, it's I'm not a big fan of short
Oh
hair.
yeah.
I'm really not on like short blonde hair, especially. But they did something there that really works.
I'm not in
Like,
person, but I like
no,
it. I'll tell you what it is. Hold it back up. Bridget Nielsen.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Young Bridget Nielsen, not Flavor Flav's
Hmm.
wife.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, the Cobra, the Ferret Scout. How could I forget the Ferret Scout? Okay, that's my
I
favorite.
yeah, that should be your favorite if you have that. I've heard it's worth it. I just don't have it. But it's the Valkyrie Bach, right? So
Yeah, that's with a
yeah,
different chest piece and a helmet. So, let's
yeah.
see. Yeah, Jinx is fucking great, Eric. Matthew
So
Matson's here. Almost bought a $10 Night Force Tunnel Rat. Yeah, get him, man, for $10. You ain't ever gonna get him cheaper, Matthew. And you're gonna open a dragonfly. You're gonna have a dragonfly flying around your house in a week, so you need him.
So I'm gonna get to the Jinx comment again, and I was really excited when Jinx came out, and I was happy with the figure for a standard over the shelf, nothing special price. That's exactly what we got with that figure. Great buck, fine head, but I was kind of not at all impressed with how little they put into that for kit and kind of playability. It was just kind of a straight up flat buck with a spear and a couple swords. There wasn't much to it.
What's it called? A Naganaki or a Nagasaki? Uh,
Nagasaki got bombed, so it
okay,
must
it's
be the
not a
other one.
Nagasaki. Matthew will know. Matthew's here. Matthew will
Yeah,
know. Matthew will know. It's ninja related. He'll know.
yeah, like it's the stuff she had as a figure, but I thought we'd see like a what do they call it, Yasarigara, the chains and things like that, or a couple
Yeah,
fans, like some new weapons that were unique to
yeah.
Ninja, right? But not much.
I actually did really like Jinx. I
Yeah.
like Jinx way better than I thought I was going
Na-
to.
Naginata, Matt says. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Coral is asleep. Coral,
And
Coral,
Coral, Coral, get up.
Coral.
Oh, I love it. I am not going to unsee that now. Yeah.
I
Who's
had
your favorite
I,
female? It's Coral.
Coral. I ate Wookie Coral. It was chewy.
Uh,
I'll never say that word again without seeing
Chewy
that
Coral. I used to love sending people those memes at work. It would piss them off
Uh,
all the time.
they're so good, man. Me and my
Yeah.
ex we used to trade those coral memes and just
Yeah.
eye roll laughy emoji.
If you're
Derek,
not
I've
a
got
Walking
two
Dead
ferrets.
fan, you wouldn't get
Yeah,
it, but most people
yeah.
here probably have seen them. So,
I imagine
mhm.
so. Derek, I have
Mhm.
two of those ferrets. I have two of those ferrets too. I've never managed to open the second one. Let's see. Yep,
Ooh,
there it is. Naginata.
yeah. Here, I'll show the guys one that I came across the other day. I was telling Darren about simple little kit bashes that I came across. If you guys are bored with your Snake Eyes Origins Baroness and you have the Crimson Guard Baroness, you can make like a really cool Iron Grenadier Baroness just from the two heads. Like just swap out the Snake Eyes Origins one and pop that right on.
I just never could get into that faceplate. I just
I just had it
man.
sitting in a box and I was like, Jesus, I don't even display that figure half the time, but when I saw it sit in the box, I was like, oh, Iron Grenadier.
I hope eventually they mark that strike team down again because I need to get one to open. I've never opened mine. I've just opened it and
Let
looked
me
at them.
know
I've never taken them out.
if you get stuck because the Game Stops in Canada have marked them down exponentially. Like
Well,
they're
well, they're
pretty
still.
affordable.
I mean, they're still like 47 something on Pulse. So they probably won't go any lower. They'll just sell them to BBTS so they can sell them for 110.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the Pulse price is comparable with what I've seen at the Game Stops, like between the 1680 Canadian mark, depending on where you're at. So
Yeah. See, reminded. Yeah, that's you know what? That's a dream figure. If they could get Roddy Piper's
oh,
license,
yeah.
from whoever Mattel, I guess, has it. Man, if they could get his likeness and do like a convention, um, Iron Grenadier trainer Roddy Piper, because I never had that figure, so
No, me
that
neither.
I
I
think
didn't
that's
even know it.
so badass.
Yeah.
And
And
Turk,
Roddy's legend, man. Like you can't have
yeah,
Sergeant Slaughter and leave that as the only wrestler. If you can access one more legend like that.
yeah. And I was a big Roddy Piper fan. I love Piper, man. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Turk died and put the extra Valkyrie head on a Baroness movie fig.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, tell you what,
Mhm.
if you can hold it down for a second, Crow, I'm gonna run to the restroom because I drank about 2 bottles of water before we got started. Now I'm drinking coffee.
Well, I'm gonna have to look at the chat over here and there we go. Yeah, no, I got you, buddy. Just give me the
I'll be
screen there, I
right.
guess.
I'll be right back. Getting old
Mm.
sucks.
Yeah, do. Oh, okay. Let's first make sure everybody can hear me. Okay, I think you can. So, yeah, Roddy Piper. Okay, in the chat, anybody who is in that generation where they live in the Roddy Piper era, so we're talking Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Andre the Giant. Quick, who would you like to see a wrestler? And if you saw a wrestler and a Joe, would it be a specific Joe or just the generic wrestler? Like, would you like to see like Iron Sheik as like a Cobra officer or something like that? You can throw something like that if you had an idea of that. But yeah, the movie Baroness Menjoza, I see you. Yeah, I used the movie Baroness's head on a Valafig, like in one of their troop builds, because I didn't want the mask anymore, and the body was sitting in the drawer. But if you could, it's a universal enough neck joint that there's a lot of heads that I think you could pop onto those things for sure. Yeah. And the coat Eric Thurman, the eel is sweet. I I agree, but it's okay. Does anybody else here have an issue with it's great to have flippers with these characters, but displaying these characters, flippers kind of flip-flop all over the place or drop off the kit before you know it. Like I don't know if I don't have my flippers on the guys when I have them off the shelf. I'll put them in clamshell with the flippers, but I find the flippers a pain in the ass unless you're standing them on there. Ooh. Okay, so I hear Piper, Triple H, John Cena, and I always thought Law and Order, Eric. I thought Law and Order looked like John Cena from the cover art for the Law and Order box. Undertaker as Dreadnought coming out of Triple C. Thank you, Turk Murph, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for a partner for Quick Kick. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was perhaps my favorite intercontinental wrestling champion, more than Tito Santana, more than any others. Ricky Dragon Steamboat versus Jake the Snake Roberts scared my mind. It was such the obsession I had over those two fighting. Thank you for bringing them up, Turk. Uh, Oh, your guys are hanging in midair, Turk or Eric. Yeah, yeah. So you get around that. Yeah. Piper is the IG trailer. Road Warriors. Road Warriors would make awesome dreadnoughts, like part of Road Pigs crew. Same as Demolition, eh? But what about the
Yeah,
Bushwhackers? Yeah, the
Luke
Bushwhackers.
and
Throw them in there.
Luke and Butch. Was it Butch?
I think it was Butch. I just remember. Yeah,
They
we are
were
just
awesome.
saying.
How accurate of a representation is that, Ronnie? If you're still in here,
Yeah. Do you guys taste the air when you walk and punch it? Do all that?
it's a wonder they never like lost a tongue running around doing that.
I'm sure there's been nights, right, where they just had to, yeah, they've had to have bitten their tongues doing that stuff. Some wrestler somewhere for that.
You would think, oh, Legends is here. He can give us the scoop. What did we miss, Matthew? You said you missed mine. What did I miss?
Oh, Matthews, I'm trying to get, you have the chat up there, so I'm just getting back. I saw, where's Matthews?
I don't know. It says you missed mine, so I don't know what it was that
Yeah, I'm trying to
was
go back
missed.
because I've got the little phone, so we're going back up to where I saw Matt's last. Wow, I really did. I saw Yes Menjoza, pronounced Nagi Nata. Yeah. Okay. I
Surely it
must have
couldn't be
missed
that
something
far.
in there. Yeah, it had to have been closer than that.
I don't know.
Wow.
Tell us again, Matthew.
Yeah, Matt, I'm sorry, man. See, we have a more responsible adult in the building now to monitor the chat, and he's dressed up like an elf.
I have two elves over here. I've got one sitting on the racer, and oh, Grumpy Bear's blocking the other one. He's hanging off the shelf.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. So you guys want to talk about some Joe stuff real quick before we get all Christmassy up in this bitch? Uh, so you guys seen these? I'm sure you have. These are the new leaks. These are the new pictures. Looks like the finished images of the firefighter
Mhm.
with the head sculpt and the mask on. So I think this thing looks great. I know Crimson Cobra Commander said it way back up. He's really excited for this figure. I am too. Um, I think this figure looks great.
Yeah, I agree. If you zoom in on again, um is that another Wild Bill buck or no, that's the Snowjaw buck, isn't it?
Yeah, snow job.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, no, that's good reuse for that for sure. I mean,
There's a bunch of these pictures, so
yeah. No,
oh
I'm
yeah.
excited to see that too. It's different though, right? I can understand if people aren't excited by this, but
Oh yeah.
it's
Yeah,
nice to
I
see
get
it
it.
out there. Yeah. How many good fireman figures are out there that people know of, right? That you could,
In this scale, I mean, there can't be
yeah,
many.
exactly. So, I mean,
Er,
that's what you're
Um,
getting, right?
so I really like this figure. I am excited for it. So I don't the face. He almost, if this is the final face, because this is painted, he almost
Mhm.
looks like maybe like a Asian descent.
Yep.
Can you see that? To me, I
Yeah.
mean,
I saw previous pictures of it there when they first talked about it, and I think that was the intent. He was supposed to be of Asian descent, like Chinese or Korean. I can't remember what they said,
okay,
right? But
yeah, that shit looks cool. What if it is Jay Khan?
yeah, I don't know.
what if
I
it's
was kind
what
of
if it's
wondering
really him?
I was wondering what the difference in the helmets was. I see they're including two, and I couldn't pick up on what the difference between the two helmets. There has to be a difference, but I mean, do they both say six? They both say 609. It's tough for me
Uh,
to see. Yeah, I
no,
don't know.
they look exactly the same. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
or if one of them's a placeholder for another head option, right? You know how the 60th always got two ethnicities on their heads, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So hopefully it's just a placeholder.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like Bobby says right here, surprised they didn't
Yeah,
offer a different head and hand. So maybe they will. I don't
yeah.
know. I think this thing looks really really good.
It
Let's
does.
see.
Yeah. And you can see if you go back to that tank again, like we got some possible reuse coming out of this in future figures too, right? That's diving equipment, that's flamethrowing equipment, that's whatever they want to use it for down the line, right? So,
So that says breathable air,
yep,
300 and something, 43,
PSI.
50 psi.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty neat. I like the little details. And hey, they
Mhm.
spelled breathable and air right, unlike they did on the last tank that we got, and then tried to cover it up.
Well, he's not a
Um,
dreadnought firefighter either, right? So,
Yeah, well,
yeah, yeah.
that was a mistake too. So I like the little arrow. I don't know what the arrow means. Anybody?
Follow
Anybody?
me, I guess. Yeah, let
Anybody
us know in the
know?
chat. I assume it
Do it.
means follow me, but I be who knows? Or
Where
Woody doesn't buy them all.
no, no, it's not. No, barbecue is perfect. Other than his drop down hips are shitty and his backpack breaks too easy. Barbecue's great. I love that figure. These guys plus barbecue axe murdering torch.
Yeah,
That's oh yeah.
I
That's
could see that.
I was gonna say you just set up a good picture idea, but that's your picture idea that you're gonna do because
Yeah,
your
no
pictures
doubt.
are freaking awesome. The
Just
effects.
see Torch in a burning room, three doors to choose from, and each of them gets broken down by an axe. But this guy on the other side, could totally picture that.
So then we get
And
a
then,
picture of him with the his jaws of life.
yeah,
He got
awesome.
his goggles on.
It looks like the goggles kind of slipped down before they took the shot, though. If you look at they look a little
Maybe
off kilter there. Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's as far as they'll go on. It's Hasbro's great with eyewear, so
maybe it's a clue. What a clue!
right. So there's
So they
another
wouldn't
shot.
have to do. That's what I was wondering. I don't think they have to do alternate hands. Those are gloved hands. So a second head option just became even easier, right? Those are just
Yep,
simple tan gloves.
yep. Yes, they are. They're the fiberglass or whatever they're made out of. So Turk doesn't like the firefighter. Let's see what
Well,
else is in there.
okay, that's fine. That's the beauty of the 60th anniversary is if you pass on them, it does nothing for your number sequence in the line.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crimson Cobra Manor. I like the fireman because he's a civilian, and I want male and female cops and SWATs. I'd like to have like a plain clothes, like a street cop.
Yeah.
We've got enough, my opinion, we've got enough SWAT style assault figure guys. I've got Shockwave. Like, give me a plain couple of plain clothes officers for background characters.
So the thing I like about the firefighters and I myself want to see a paramedic and a doctor, right?
Yeah,
Because these are base staff, base like military bases worldwide, contract civilian staff, and a lot of them are going to be, doctors, medics, and firefighters, right? Like
yeah.
the the military have their own firefighters as well, right? So it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, it fits. I don't care. First responders as well. I mean. How far away are we from 9/11? The fireman ain't your hero still. Good God.
Surprisingly, man, it put it this way, it's nothing like it was on
No, I
September
know.
12th anymore.
I say it with a
Unfortunately,
pinch of humor. Yeah, yeah. It's
yeah, I
it's
know.
one of those things, Just time
I know.
passes on, right?
Jay Astro's he's gonna copyright strike me, copyright claim me for stealing his picture idea IPs.
Hey, so the question gets asked: is that Vaxiel's sledgehammer?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks like on display at a kid's school, showing off the fireman tools. Right? He shined up those hammers that day.
Yeah, and yeah, they look. I hope because that's one of the main reasons I want this figures for these accessories. I love these sledgehammers. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, something about these sledgehammers, man, but I really like them.
Mhm.
And then there's all the. Is that the same? I think
I
that's
think
the
that's the
same
same
picture.
pick we were
Yeah.
looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, on from that guy, what do you guys think about what looks like the final shots of this guy, Mister Frag Viper?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a front shot for him.
Mm-hmm.
Take it you're not a big fan.
I just don't. I'll never understand the science at play here. I just won't. It's a cool looking sci-fi figure. I'm gonna get one or two of these easy because it looks amusing as hell to have a high-lie grenade lobber, right? But the,
Yeah.
it's why does he need to feed shoot for these grenades? Isn't he begging for a problem to have a grenade jammed up in there and trying to free it up and the pin come out or his arms?
Perhaps maybe the pin doesn't get pulled and the handle released until right before it goes out of the frisbee launcher, the tennis
I
ball
don't.
launcher.
Hey, this is all great. I just call this like this is Yugoslavian technology to me. And be like, this is how we defeat Joe. We lob grenade over fence. Big bug eye mask.
we 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 use dog toy to defeat GI Joe.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
um,
It must
yeah.
have radio antenna.
So yeah, Jay Astro looks like he's wearing the Predator mask minus the dreadlocks, and I
Yeah,
can definitely see it. And
absolutely.
Saint and Eric, I also agree there. The color scheme is not great, but it
No,
is fairly representative of the real American hero, Frag Viper.
it is.
I'd have to get mine out and compare them, but because I still have this guy, but and he was never a favorite of mine. He's interesting, but they're definitely starting to get into some of the weird ass whatever vipers with these
Yeah.
guys.
So you're gonna
So
get night. I'm like, why did this come out before the Night Viper? The Night Viper was effing cool. It's been in the comic, but so is this guy now. So if you read you're gonna get them all, including Heat Viper, probably very soon. And the masks are just gonna get crazier and
yeah,
crazier from here.
I actually like the detail in the mask. I think it needs some more of this color up here. Paint these rivets or something, man. There's a
So
little looks like a
Ronnie,
little color in there.
yeah, that would be nice. Especially paint it dark so it's offset a bit and you can tell the depth of things because right there you can't even tell there's any kind of detail back there. But
Yeah,
Ronnie says this was his second Joe as a kid, and that's awesome. Like I'm not mocking this from your perspective. I'm mocking it from mine, from yours. I bet you love this friggin' thing. There was a lot going on at that time, right? But
yeah,
I
and
just
this I mean he just looks weird, but he looked weird to me then too.
Yeah, and it really this reminded me of the show Mask more than it reminded me of G.I. Joe. And I remember that
Yeah,
even back then. I was like, so many parallels between those two franchises, but yet the toy lines never lined up, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So he looks okay. I'm gonna buy him. I mean,
Yeah.
who are we kidding? I'm gonna get him, but he's not my favorite. He was never my favorite. But for what Ronnie says here, yeah, I mean that's a must have. If that's one of your first Joes that you had, and you're finally getting him here in um, with the classified, man, I think my mouse battery died again.
I know. He is gonna look cool in certain poses. Like you can't get around him lobbing a grenade with that scoop looking pretty damn cool, but again, yeah, it's that brown and blue, just something about it with having a ceremonial sash. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, but it's making me dizzy.
He's the Cobra Homecoming Queen, man.
Yeah, exactly. He's the
Oh,
belle of the ball.
yeah. So Matthew says, never a fan of Frag Viper. Do want to know the secret under the helmet. Chris McLeod mentioned an Easter egg they'll talk about in the upcoming interview. I did not hear that. I haven't watched
Hmm.
Full Force recently. I know he was talking about these today. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I hope it's not just a lame Spider-Man looking goon head like they slapped on Saw Viper, but we'll
Hmm.
see. Uh, let's see, unstar that and Sabir. I'll wait on this one and miss it entirely.
Yeah.
Dark Lawn is a Dark Lawn figure for me. Sabir doesn't like Dark Lawn, so yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
with
see
you,
that.
Sabir. Yeah, Sabir, Dark Lawn is about as appealing to me as Cobra Law was before Cobra Law came into classified. So put a pause in, wait and see, but not optimistic at all.
Mendoza,
Vibrator repair.
how did you arrive at that? Oh shit. Let's see. Toxo Vipers. Yeah, Toxo Vipers, Eric says. They're great. I was never a huge fan of them. No, my cousin loved the Toxo Viper.
Yeah,
Um, but I never actually had a Toxo Viper.
I was
So
out of the
and
line by then.
what's up to AA Ron, the toy enhancer?
Mhm.
And yeah, you got a good point. So many better Vipers they could have done besides this one.
Oh,
Um,
100%. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
worse ones too, but yeah, like you said, Night Viper. I think that's the one everybody's really waiting on. I think Night Viper and Saw
And
Viper.
that's That's kind of what pissed me off about the modular set that they put out, and they put out this French Viper. And I'm like sitting there going, but you have other Vipers to introduce to the line. If you thought the trench was going to be such a problem, why not give us a good Viper, like a Night Viper or a Heat Viper to be with this? Why did you repaint this issue Viper, right? So
It, for me, Heat Viper's in the same category as this dude right here. I didn't like
he
either one of them. I had them both.
he's going to be gaudy and yellow, but I look forward to kind of seeing what little tweaks will make him special. But yeah, again,
Yeah,
Vipers are a hit or miss with me as well. I don't need them all, but I'll collect them for the collectability, not
yeah,
necessarily the bulk.
right. And Bobby says 25th anniversary did have a mat tracker, and that's something I hope they bring in. If you have
Mhm.
not seen Charlotte Prime's custom, he did the probably about as good a looking classified mat tracker as we will ever see. His looked really good. So
Yeah.
Hydro Viper Dreadnought says so. All right, let's we got another one to talk about real quick and get on with it. Get on with it.
God, that looks like it's going to have such a balance issue, though, doesn't it?
Uh,
Like knocking
this
stuff
is
over.
this guy, and I'll bet you dollars to donuts that hose makes that thing pop off his fucking hand so
Oh
easy.
yeah, that's
Um,
recoiling into someone's face every time. Like,
yeah, it's definitely
I mean,
so. Oh, since I just did the get on with it thing because that's one I wanted to have. Uh, I was gonna go back to Ronnie talking
yeah,
about
Ronnie.
the sounds. So he is incorporated doing some sounds into he and Adam Shark Eyes live stream, and that is something I've been wanting to do day one. Like I always tell Punk, hey, you need to get a soundboard,
Mhm.
sounds. But I gave Ronnie a bunch of shit when he did it because the first time he tried it out, they were so loud and like eardrum like loud,
Piercing,
and
yeah.
yeah, and he also used probably my least favorite sound effect in the world. So I gave him a bunch of crap over it, and it's kind of become a running joke. But I'd sent him a message because I am trying to figure out a way to do sounds, and you can do it through StreamYard. I'm trying to figure out another way to do it so I don't have to use the way you do it in StreamYard because they're not always where you can punch them and have them ready to go. If you don't already have it queued up, you kind of miss the moment. So
Hmm.
he and I were messaging about that earlier today. So that was what that whole thing was about, and he has mastered the volume on them. So go and check him and Shark Eyes out on really late Monday night, Tuesday morning for us.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say
let's.
it's early in the morning for us. I want ours to be something completely original, like "Welcome to the Screamery," right? Like,
Oh, I've
mhm,
got. I do have the ones. Some of the ones that I want to use. I did go ahead and load them into Streamyard, but
mhm.
they're not relevant. I just don't want to play them for the hell of it. So I might do that
I,
later.
I forgot I had Christmas candy here. I had to load in my
Oh,
candy
Christmas
jar.
candy.
Well, not
Oh,
really Christmas candy. I just bought it for myself for Christmas. It's just candy.
well, it still counts.
Mm.
That makes it
Yeah,
Christmas candy. Did you guys see fart noises? No, not the fart noises. I saw I don't know if it's still there, and for some reason it was Matthew talking about the snake eyes that Entertainment Earth had that Mezco snake eyes for like $58 or something. I don't know if it's
mm.
still there, probably not, but I saw that advertised somewhere. I meant to save that because that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, for
Uh,
58 US. Yeah,
so who's
there
that?
we go. That's
Who's
John
that?
Cena.
Who's that sexy man?
Yeah.
Sexy man. Actually, he's not really sexy because they didn't paint his damn face yet. So there's our
Because
first
it's
good
that's what
looks
I'm
at Law
saying.
and Order.
It's John Cena. That's his face. If you look at his file card, that's fucking John Cena every time.
Yeah, on the file card, it for sure is.
Yeah.
So this
I
is
love that dog's head.
this is the only early shot I needed from Law and Order right here.
Mhm.
Is
Yep.
Order with the good boy face and them damn goggles, cause they are going to be riding in my Vamp with him hanging out the window with the good boy face hanging out. Oh, okay. So special edition Robo Skull. You get to open that in a week too, don't you, Matthew?
Mm.
I want. I
That's-
watched. I watched Punk's video today. I'm gonna have to acquire me a Robo Skull at some point.
yeah, I saw it was 53 minutes and I noticed it just before we were going to come on. So I have to watch it tomorrow. But
It's
I don't know. I passed on it.
I left him a comment and said, "I know you don't drink, but I know you needed one after that review."
Yeah. I love
'Cause
that helmet.
it's all scratched up and
Yeah. No
look, it,
such thing as white in the military, boys.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was wondering. That's one thing. Like all of their gear is so perfect, you
Hmm.
know. Like now, if it was something like I'm going to use Monster Force with the brushing and stuff, you know, I wish they could do that with Joe, but it'd make these things $30, you know,
Yeah.
if
I
they
mean,
did.
dry brushing goes a long way for weathering it, but then it's like, well, is it really the Joe you remember if they're all dirty and beat up? No, your
Yes,
Joes were
this is
pristine
true.
when you had them, right?
Yep.
Ah, but the Uzis, so many Uzis and Joes.
Well, they gave him, you know, pretty much the right Uzi. He
Mm,
had, I think his was the short one though. It wasn't the Israeli. I think it was
like the
the
subcompact,
blocky
like
one. Yeah,
yeah.
I
The
think
Mac
this
10. Yeah.
the one that's a little bit bigger than the Mac. It's an actual Uzi, I think.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I don't remember the
but
figure very well, so I can't speak to it.
yeah, I
But
think it was the shorter one. It came with a few. I think it come with Snake Eyes V2, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so
mhm.
that's here he is from the other side. He's got his armband on, MPK9. That looks really good.
So
Everything in these pictures looks so good about this dude.
that puppy's gonna look awesome from the tow cable of a dragonfly. You know, like
Yes.
just with
Oh
the
yeah.
goggles, and give him some Cyclops like optic bast. He's just a weapon. Like,
That was. I wonder if Gridiron is going to do a loadout like a for him like a Law and Order loadout, but give us some stuff like that.
little bomb rack that he drops the bombs off of.
Turn him into a drone.
Well, because he's
Um,
got little pouch holders on his harness, right? Like there's pouches to be plugged in
Plug-ins.
there.
Yep.
So a couple sticks of dynamite. I don't know.
That I saw that. That's something I was going to mention. Like that's interesting that he has plug-in stuff because I don't think any of it is pictured anywhere. So
No.
there's the other side. So same as like designation. It's backwards on one side and correct on that side. I thought that was kind of. Is that an accurate detail?
So emergency vehicles have their stuff on the front written backwards so you can see them in the mirror. So I can
Right.
see the merit to writing things backwards. I just don't know, do they actually do that or not? I don't know. I wouldn't see
Yeah.
why, but
I mean, unless he's like running sideways at somebody chasing him, from
or
from his left side.
or go back to the first picture again. Just
Um,
go back to where it's written properly.
oh
Yeah. No, dude, they just flipped the photo, man. Oh no, they didn't.
no,
Okay, I'm trying to
no.
see the pairs of legs. Yeah, no, okay, you're right, it's the other side. No idea. Don't care. It looks cool.
So there he is.
Simple as
So there's
that.
what I was saying. They hadn't done his face detail yet. So
Because you can't see him.
yeah, because he's John Cena.
I'm
Uh,
always gonna say that till they make him look like someone else. The badge is nice. It does stand out really nicely there
the
too.
badge looks good. It looks. I
Uh,
don't think it doesn't have any other paint on it though. It's just like
uh,
gold. But
and then the
so there he is.
detachable radio. That
Yeah,
looks
that's
like
cool.
that is cool. I'm just I wonder if the plug seats in as nicely as it looks. I'm hopeful it all plugs in nicely, but
Yeah, I mean I'm hopeful that it plugs in nicely, and I'm hopeful that this cord is bendable enough that it doesn't poke straight out. You know?
yeah. Well, I mean, nothing a hair dryer won't fix once you get it in. Right? Like just
Yeah,
place it
that's
and hair
true.
dry it. Yeah.
So that's the last one I've got on him. So I was hoping I had something. I didn't think I had one with all of his accessories. I like the cuffs, and the little cuffs that right there.
Oh
I think
yeah.
those are molded. I think, and then he has the detachable ones. You see where those are a little bigger on this pouch.
Yeah,
So
he's got
the
the
ones,
K-bar kind of flashlight there on the hip.
mhm. So I wonder if they're the same cuffs that come with Chuckles. They look like it. Look like the same cuffs with Chuckles.
Yeah, you'd almost think they'd have to be. Why redesign them? They worked well enough, right? So Chuckles came with them intact and they came with them broken. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
if you get both too, right? Yeah. Hey, Wraith.
What's going on, Wraith Mace? Probably, I wouldn't think you'd probably get the broken ones with Law. Maybe. I mean, who knows? It's going to be a deluxe set, so
You're
maybe
right.
they'll throw in the broken ones too.
Depends if the file has to print completely. Like, you know how sometimes you'll get like Snow Serpent has a knife with no sheath. It's because
Yeah.
that whole file gets printed out and included. So I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it though. I think you're right. They'll probably not put in the extras.
Yeah. And Joe looks like Law and Order are on the hunt for that deviant gung ho.
They'll find him at the Blue Oyster.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. He's there with Mindbender.
Yeah.
Eric, yeah, I think we're probably all getting Law and Order. Is there anybody in here that's not planning on buying Law and Order? I dare say he looks as good as Mutt and Junkyard, and I like Mutt and Junkyard way better. But he looks every bit as good.
Oh no, somebody's holding it for him to go to Ross and Ollie's and Clarence already, I'm sure.
So, have you seen the pictures of Ross getting the Halo jumper?
Yes.
There's, I don't know. To me, that seems like bullshit, but I've seen a couple different people post that they found it. I don't know. That's
I
that's
saw I saw it on
sketchy,
Facebook this
man.
morning. And
Yeah,
yeah, I saw it on Facebook and then there was a huge discussion around it, but because I don't have a Ross out here, there's no
yeah.
point in me even paying attention, right? That's an
I don't.
American problem.
Yeah, I don't have a Ross near me that has shit. So, and Ronnie asked this, and then Bobby also asked it up above. Wonder how much the sculpt will look like Kirk Bozigian, because that's who Law was actually based
Mm,
on or sculpted after.
no
Yeah,
idea.
Eric, look through the classified community group. I think you're in that one. There's if you go to like the recent posted media or whatever, where you can see all the pictures, it'll show up. People finding it and finding that damn Dreadnought Thunder Machine Soundwave for $25. The Ross is here, like we got them everywhere, but they don't get shit here.
Yep. No,
I
I
never,
mean it'd be
I
nice to
never,
have them out here, but I
I've never seen anything other than Cobra Island Roadblock, Tomac, Zaymot, Akiko, and one time Marauders Barbecue. That's it. That's all I've seen.
Hmm.
Oh, all right. Find my place here. So, see what we got. So, let's go ahead and start talking about some Christmas stuff since we're about 30 minutes
Yeah,
later than what I intended to start talking about that. So,
because it's
um,
Christmas time.
it's Christmas time, Christmas.
Do
Oh
they know it's
no.
Christmas time? There'll
They
be
do.
snow
They
in
should.
Africa.
No, I think there's just sand over there.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, Tark says we don't get anything good here either. So, yeah, we don't. Our Rosses, man, they don't. They're dry. We don't get. They don't get anything here. So I thought we'd run through talking about some of our favorite Christmas movies and Christmas songs. Not gonna spend a ton of time on it, but we got to talk about it. It's a big part of this season. I'll spend the next week catching up on my some of my favorite movies. So I've already watched. I've watched Gremlins. I've watched Scrooged, and what was the other one? There's one other one I've watched part of. Shit, I don't remember, but I've got like four or five I watch every year. If I don't watch anything else, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Crow, do you have one?
Um, yeah. So really not having one. It's been just which ones I really am tired of more than anything else. Like Christmas movies are great when you're, when they have them on in the background, and especially when you got a kid and they're enjoying that one for the first time, like a National Lampoon's Family Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Gremlins, like you were talking about. It's their first time. but it's when it's their 12th time that weekend watching that same movie. Maybe I need a break from it.
Yeah.
So usually my Christmas movies are things like Die Hard, which is an absolute Christmas movie. I don't care what you say, but Gremlins is on that list. Scrooge was on that list. And then I honestly, it's about trying to hunt down the old cartoons after that to see if anybody's airing the old Frosty the Snowman and all the claymation stuff. Like it's looking for those after that.
Yeah.
Elf, yes. We
They
talked about Elf.
Yeah, so they've started showing some of the originals. I know Pop and Matthew talked about it last night. They did a good breakdown. They did lists on their favorites. So um, I just went through and kind of grabbed some shots of some of the bigger ones, the more popular ones. And so Eric Christmas Story, Eric Thurman says, and I agree. It's funny. I see something I agree and both disagree with from Derek Holloman. This is my favorite version of Christmas Carol is the Patrick Stewart version. That is the other one. I've already watched it and I will watch it again. And I have there's Marley. Oh no. So I love that Patrick Stewart Christmas Carol, but then you lost cool points, Derek. He says Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
I will.
It's
I will fight. I will fight that in the court of law.
it's a debate for the ages.
Mm-hmm.
So Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original, the one from what was it 84, 83, 84, the original Silent Night, Deadly Night.
It was right around the old slasher era after everybody realized how much they like Friday the 13th and stuff, Terror Train and things like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so this is yeah, Woody's my 84. So this is my jam. This is my favorite Christmas movie. Probably a lot of people probably sick of it, and there's probably people that don't like the National Lampoon's movie, but this damn movie, man, I couldn't begin to tell you how many times I've seen it. This is one that I will both throw on in the background and sit down and watch. It's one of those that I just listen to and then I find myself watching it again.
It's funny. It's National Lampoons is just something that aged well quietly while cancel culture completely forgot about it, right? Because National Lampoons was one of those franchises that just did not give a rat's ass. If it was funny, they were going to put it for the time, and it got questionable. But for
Yeah,
somehow Chevy Chase survives it all in National Lampoons. I love it.
I agree with Derek. Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon is also a Christmas movie.
Oh, I hadn't thought of Lethal Weapon.
100%.
Mhm.
Let's see. Santa vs. the Martians. That was on about 3 weeks ago. I saw it on, but I didn't watch it. What's up, D Griff? George C. Scott, Christmas Carol. I like that one too, but George C. Scott is no Patrick Stewart for me.
I
Uh,
thought talking about Krampus at one point, I think Pop and them mentioned it, but Krampus I
mhm.
thought was different. It was hard to say. I kind of liked it, but I still, it does technically become a Christmas movie, but it shouldn't take the place of any other good Christmas movie, I don't think.
I've got a couple on there. I think I've got Krampus in here. I think I saved it. So
Hmm.
let's see. Holiday Inn. Yeah, Emmett Otter's Jug Band, Charlie Brown. They talked about that one last night. Matthew, what was the one that you mentioned last night that nobody had heard of that you talked about? What was the
Well,
name of that?
while he thinks of
Um,
that, I'll tell you the one that I grew up with that I always blanked out of my head. And we talked
okay.
about how they don't age well. Bing Crosby's oh my God, what was it? White Christmas or not
White
White Christmas?
Christmas. Yeah, White
Yeah,
Christmas.
White Christmas, right? And Bing Crosby became such an unpopular person after a while, but my
Yeah.
grandfather used to make us watch that every Christmas.
Yeah, that's one that's on, that one's on a lot too. It kind of got overtaken by It's a Wonderful Life, but when they show movies that are still owned and not public domain, that's one that they show a
Yeah.
lot. Legends got a dark horse here.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
fan.
Is that
Home Alone 2.
Is that the Trump cameo that does it for you? The fact that Trump helps the boy out?
I think it's Pigeon Lady.
Maybe. I
How
just
about
think
that
that
one?
there should have never been a sequel to that because like irresponsible parenting, but there was, like well,
They'd have
Catherine O'Hara
taken
is a terrible mom.
they'd have taken them kids away after that second time, no doubt about it. They would these days.
If they weren't
Uh,
rich, that's exactly what would happen.
yeah. What's up, War Chest? What's up, nerds? Shitters full. Let's see. Trying to see what else we got. Muppet Christmas Carol's another good one.
You got yeah, the Muppets. I forgot about putting them on there.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at Muppets, man.
Nah. Santa
No.
Claus Conquers the Martians. I watched that. That was on about 3 months ago, and I watched it on one of the channels on Pluto free TV. So, okay, there
So
it is. Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale. It is on.
oh,
It's on Prime right now. I saw it tonight, and somewhere between seeing it before we come in here to do the show, and now I forgot it. So
and
it is
and
on Prime.
and that's on Prime, just like Secret Level that Matt never heard of. So tell me more about this.
He just rolled his eyes somewhere. It's what he
Oh,
did.
I
He rolled
know.
his eyes at it. So
But what
you need
what
to
is
watch
this
it.
a is this a dark Christmas or a happy Christmas? That's all I need to know if it's on Prime.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
is it scary or good? I
Yep.
need more Christmas horror in my life.
I've got some coming up. So
Good.
this was always one of my favorites. They talked about this one last night too. I love something about this movie, and I like the black and white version. The colorized version's fine, but I like
Mhm.
the old school black and white. It's probably got the best ending of any Christmas movie. I think they all end so well, but you know,
Isn't this the one with all the Jimmy Stewart quotes? Like, I don't got your money. Like those
no,
ones. Is that the
no,
movie?
that's Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life. That's it. Yeah.
So
I
there
get
it
them
is,
mixed
right
up.
there.
Yeah, there are these ones. Yeah. Movies I could not abide.
I knew it was coming up somewhere. So there it is. So then we got one. So, God damn, a week. There's probably 4 people in here that will know that in this chat. So there's Wonderful Life. There we go. Not Christmas till I see Hans Gruber fall off the top of Nakatomi Plaza.
That's right. Because it was a Christmas party.
Oh, the Royal Tenenbaums. My
Oh,
ex
that's a
who
good
liked,
movie.
she loves that movie, and I just never
Mhm.
it didn't do nothing for me.
That's a
There's a
Wes Anderson flick,
what's the what is
isn't
the
it?
other one that she liked that's got Liv Schreiber in it as a transvestite? Mixed nuts.
Wolverine
Uh,
Origins? I don't know. Oh, yeah, he
yeah,
was Sabretooth. I don't know.
mixed nuts. That was the one.
Mixed nuts.
Steve
What a
Martin. Yeah,
horrible title.
yeah. Well, I mean, he's not the main character, but that's a weird ass movie, man. The
Mm.
Ref. That's a good one. Nobody ever really associates. That's Dennis Leary. Yeah.
You
Uh,
know, could you count Goon as a Christmas movie? Because hockey season covers over the Christmas holiday. Totally.
Goon is fantastic. Ugh.
Love Goon, man.
Uh, so Legend series. Do you consider Gremlins a Christmas movie? Yes, I kicked off
100%.
my holiday watching with Gremlins. Yes, it definitely
I
is.
remember I remember sitting in the theater being proud of myself as a little kid for holding my shit together with these terrifying gremlins running all over the screen. I wasn't scared of the gremlins, but when he switched to the dark story about Santa Claus, I didn't trust the movie anymore. I was like, this is a very dark movie, right? Like I was what, 8? But there was
Yeah,
definitely some Santa relevance in Gremlins. Like they killed off his dad via Santa Claus stories,
yeah.
right?
His
So
dad fucking died. So,
yeah.
War Chest pulling out all the bangers that you might not associate.
Mm.
That's a good Christmas movie right there. Edward Scissorhands. And that is also a Christmas movie. Die Hard 2.
Yep.
People
Not
don't
as good
think
as the
Die Hard
first one,
2.
but
No, not as good,
no.
but still good. So I had to throw this on there. I like this movie. It's Tim
Tim
Allen,
Allen.
the Santa Claus. I like all of those. I like all of those Santa Claus movies. I don't know, man. Tim Allen he's such a everyman, just like, you know, trying to do right and something screws up. And I like Tim Allen, and I thought he did really good in these movies.
I just like
Plus, you get to see
anytime.
Judge Reinhold again.
Oh yeah, he comes out of obscurity for this, does he?
Yeah, he's in it. He's in all of them.
Tim Allen is just one of those actors. It's just once he did Home Improvement, I couldn't see him in any other role. So no matter who he played, he's still Tim from Home Improvement, no matter what.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Let's see. Santa Claus the movie, Dudley Moore's the elf. I actually meant to put that one on here. I forgot to grab that when I was kind of doing this in a
Mhm.
hurry. So let's see what we got next. So this one we mentioned, we talk
Can't watch it
about.
anymore.
I still love it. I still love Home Alone. I know. I think it's Matthew that said he didn't like that movie. I think I like Home Alone. I did. I saw it in the theater like twice. 90 when it come out. I think 89,
No.
90.
It
So
there was one my son liked too much, so it was repeated too often. That was my earlier example about 12 times in a weekend. Home
yeah,
Alone.
yeah. Well, Turk says, "Could Debbie Does Dallas be a consideration?" I don't remember enough about it. Did she bang somebody under a Christmas tree, or maybe
Did
Santa
you watch
Claus?
it? Did you watch it in your new Christmas TV room or something? Like if there's a memory associated, it can be whatever you want, man.
Yeah. Trading Places. Yep, that's a during Christmas time as well. That's actually a really good Christmas themed movie. It
Mhm.
takes place then. Fat Man with Mel Gibson is fantastic, mostly because it has good old Boyd Crowder in it,
Mhm.
Walton Goggins. He's awesome in that as he is in everything. Okay, so I had it backwards. Didn't like it when it come out. Appreciate it more now. Um, there's one that always gets brought up: Bad Santas. I don't
Oh, I
like
like
that
that
movie.
one.
I don't, and people
I
are
thought it was
kind
all
of
right.
surprised that I don't like it. But I don't like it. To me, I don't know. Even for me, sometimes it's a little much. Like it's
Mm.
just a little bit too. There's nothing there. There's nothing in that movie other than a good performance by Billy Bob Thornton.
I think that's
There's
all I
no
look for.
substance. Yeah, there's
Yep.
no substance in that. There's nothing redeemable in that movie.
So
I
I
don't
I
like it.
realize there's a whole group of people out there that just, they don't, it's not that they hate Christmas, but they might resent how Christmas makes them feel about the holidays, feel about people, and feel about themselves. And I think a movie like that appeals to a certain group of people in a nice way, right? Without
Yeah,
giving them too much power. And that's all I'd leave it at. I did like the little kid's performance in that movie
he
as the
was
bullied
good.
kid.
Yeah,
But
he
yeah,
was good.
as far as acting chops and clout, it didn't have a whole lot involved.
Yep. I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like the second one. I like the second
Mm.
one even less. So here's
I
one
didn't
that,
know there was a second.
yeah, there's a two, and it's not much different.
Mm.
So here's one that I think most of us can relate to in this chat. And
Uh,
it's and we might not be chasing it for our kids, but we're out there chasing them damn toys, ain't we?
mm.
So I like this movie other than Jake Lloyd, but I mean it's Jake
I don't
Lloyd. This is his first movie.
I don't think I've ever sat down and watched it beginning to end. I think I've always just caught segments of it at somebody's places, right? Like I've
You
never
kind of
made the time for it.
you kind of need to watch it beginning to end. I can see where seeing only bits and pieces of it, like you're like, this ain't for me. But if you
But
watch it beginning to end,
it's
you get
Sinbad though, isn't it?
yes, and that's what I was gonna say. I know, but if you watch it beginning to end, you get Sinbad's character, and he's still Sinbad. He's still just over the top stupid, but it
Mhm.
makes sense in this movie a little bit. Like his whole shtick. So, let's see.
We'll try. I mean, it took me a long time to get over there being a Sinbad, and now I've got to bring him back. We'll see.
Yeah, right. So this one here's a one that somebody mentioned earlier. This is a new good one.
I
This
have
is
not seen it yet. Aware of
it
it.
it is Not as good as I hoped it was going to be, but it is
Mhm.
still worth watching. David Harbour is awesome,
I like
and it
David Harbour.
also,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's got John Leguizamo in it too.
Mhm.
He's a little, his character's pretty, and motivations are pretty weak, but you're not watching it for that really. So it is good, and it's violent as shit. It lives up to its name. So
Good.
I
I mean, at
recommend checking
least
it out.
deliver on it. You know,
Yeah, it was on Prime. I don't know if it still is. I
I think
hadn't
it
looked.
still is. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's on Prime and you can watch it for free, definitely check it out, especially if you like David Harbour. So
Well, sorry,
go.
I watched Long Legs on Prime. It's a
I hadn't watched
close
it
to
yet.
Christmas. It's a right after Christmas. It's a January movie, and we'll leave it at that. So I put it as a honorary mention.
Yeah, so I need to watch it while it's on there. I know it's on there for free.
Yeah.
Ostradamus Toys, join us. What's going on, Oz? How you doing, man?
Hey,
For
Oz.
stopping by. Let's see. So we've already talked about this next one. You brought it up, Crow. So
Hmm.
you got Krampus Schnaut right there. Got him right there. So I actually did not like the Krampus movie. Um, I turned it on the other day and was gonna try and watch it again, and I just kind of let it play and went and did something else. So it's something I should really like, but I have a better representation of Krampus coming up. So
I
something
like
I
this
thought,
because it didn't go the way you thought it would go at
oh
the end.
no,
You know,
no,
it, like they committed to a dark story, and I respected what they did. Wasn't the greatest movie I'd seen for a horror Christmas kind of idea, but I thought it was pretty original for its when it came out. Adam Scott,
yeah,
good actor, you know, but
yeah. I didn't hate it, but I just didn't really care for it that much. I mean,
yeah.
it's and I didn't see it till I saw the other one that I'm gonna talk about.
Is it a
Um,
Dwight Schrute Krampus? Because that's the only
no,
Krampus I want in my life is Dwight Schrute Krampus.
never seen Dwight Schrute Krampus though. I know he did
Uh,
it.
he does a
Didn't watch that
variation. It's
movie.
not Krampus, but it's their version of Krampus.
Yeah, never watched
Krampus
that
or
show.
something. Oh,
Never seen one episode.
don't know what you're missing, buddy. Moving
And that's what
on.
everybody has told me. That's what everybody has said. So
Yeah.
I do have a starred comment up here that I did show from D Griff. So there you go.
Yeah.
It is on my list. I've got the DVD set. That is one that I will definitely be breaking out. I absolutely love that episode of Tales from the Crypt. That was one of the first things when I thought I got to get some of the horror themed stuff and throw in there. That's the first thing that come to mind.
Yeah. Um,
So
I see K6 is asking if Long Legs is worth watching. Guys, I'm going to say it. Yes, it's worth watching. No, don't put heavy expectations to it. And yes, watch the backgrounds for hidden imagery every now and then. It's only worth watching. It's not the best horror movie you're ever going to see, but it's good enough.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I just it's on my list, but like it's on Prime. I can watch it for free, so that's how I'm. There's a lot of stuff that is on Prime and similar streaming services that like I want to see it, but I'm not gonna go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
So
I would say Long Legs is more like your 70s Satan movie, like The Omen or Rosemary's Baby. It's on that kind of vein and leave it at that. But it's not a
okay,
Christmas movie at all.
all right, all right.
There's a good one.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, Black Christmas, War Chest. I was going to mention that talking about Amazon. Red One is on Amazon. It's still in the theater and it's on Prime. I watched it. What's today? Wednesday. I watched it Monday, Sunday or Monday, and no, it wasn't. I watched it real late Saturday night. I loved Red One.
Oh,
Red
yeah?
One is fucking great.
Hmm.
It was really good. It is probably the best action style Christmas movie. Aside from something like Die Hard or Lethal Weapon, but an actual Christmas movie, Red One is really good.
And that's J.K. Simmons as Santa Claus in
Yeah,
that one. Yeah,
yeah,
I could live with that. I'll watch that with the boy this year.
it's got some heavy hitters in it, man.
Hmm.
Got Chris Evans, The Rock. It's got quite a few good people in it, but it's really good. So Black Christmas here. This is the movie that is most generally accredited or improperly not accredited with kicking off the slasher movie craze. Was Black Christmas. It was out before Texas Chainsaw. Um, Same year, I think. But this is a creepy ass movie, and it's got some really like imagery and like the dialogue and stuff in it. You watch it now, and you're like, damn, that was that far ago, and they're talking like that.
Yeah, this is a 70s joint, right? Like, what is
Yeah.
this? Like 78 or 82, somewhere in that
Oh
bracket of
no, it's like
time.
74.
Was it 74? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Well,
Like they kept doing remakes. They've done like two or three remakes of Black Christmas now, but all of
yeah.
them the
It's
same. It's the vulnerable sorority girl, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
74. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. And Texas Chainsaw was 74 too.
Yeah.
So this is a good movie. The remakes are decent, but if you've never seen it, you want to watch a Christmas horror movie. There's probably a slasher. This is probably the cream of the crop right here. Looks like everybody liked the red one. Matthew liked it. Warchest even liked it.
The 70s were messed up, eh, Matt? Yeah, they were. It was a beautiful time.
Yeah, Santa Claus Jack like an old GI Bro in that movie. Yeah, he is too.
Yeah,
So
he is.
let's see. So we got to have this one on there.
Sure
Got to
enough,
have our
yeah.
Grinch. And funny enough that you bring this up, Matt, because here's the night the reindeer died.
Lee Majors.
This is the mock
The
movie
mo-
at the beginning of Scrooged.
yeah. Love that. Yeah. I overheard that
Damn,
on the talk the other night.
yeah, the damn elf with the glasses and the mullet looking in the M16. I wish in this they'd have got a better picture of him with the minigun. He
Yeah, I
steps
mean,
out steps outside
it's
with the minigun.
I always felt like this is what they did with Ben Stiller at the beginning of Tropic Thunder as well, right? Like his parody movies where he's
Yeah,
saving pandas and everything. It was like, I'm pretty sure you got that from Scrooged.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I love the beginning of that, man. So I come
Hmm.
across this poster. I was like, I got to throw that in there. So of course we got that one. Gotta have that's a
Me,
lot of people's favorite. That's my cousin's favorite.
I just think, "Mwah, mwah, 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 mwah."
Yeah. So that's one that a lot of people watch every year. Uh Yeah, Fred Claus, Four Christmases, Surviving Christmas. Fred Claus was actually pretty good. I kind of like Fred Claus. Then of course we got to have
There we go.
Rudolph.
Claymation.
Yeah, yeah. Got
Yeah.
to have good old Rudolph. And we got Rudolph. We got to have Frosty.
Hmm.
And
And that magic hat. Oh
yep,
man, I think I
and
cried over that magic hat one day.
that
I
Magic
remember
Cat.
watching
He'll
that
be
snowman melt. That was like Guantanamo for a child.
he'll be back again someday.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
He's not gonna come back. Rosty's dead.
Yeah. Oh, thank
Ah.
God he came back again. It was my fourth time seeing it.
Scrooge.
Yeah. Scrooge. There you go. Bill Murray. You can't go wrong with Bill Murray, man.
This is possibly Scrooged and Peter Venkman are possibly Bill Murray's best roles to me.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, Stripes, but um, I think those two roles epitomize Bill Murray.
Yeah. I can't remember what's the actress that plays the fairy in that one.
Carol Kane.
Yes, watching Carol Kane kick the shit out of Bill Murray still splits my side when she clubs him with a toaster and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like just
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, look. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny, man. She just blows the damn dust in his face.
Yeah. And the way Bill Murray expresses pain is just priceless.
and she actually knocked the shit out of him during that movie. She actually hit him and like I think busted his lip or something
Oh, I can picture her
during the
not being that
filming.
coordinated. She does not look graceful as a human being at all.
Yeah. Oh,
Have you seen her on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? That's the show she was in for a while there. I don't know if that's still going on Netflix, but
no, I have
same.
not seen it.
Yeah, that's where you'll find her now.
Um, Warchest says I saw Scrooged in the theater. I did too. And
Yeah.
the part now at the end where he's singing and he's like, "Oh, you in the theater." It's kind of like it's classic now because it's especially if you did see it there. It's kind of like watching. You go back and watch the end of Ferris Bueller. They're uh, addressing people watching it in the theater because there was no
Fourth wall
streaming.
breaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no streaming. People really weren't. I mean, you were renting movies, but you had like a 8 month wait before the movies come out back then. So I always like that
Yeah, and I
part.
mean, back in those days, going to the theater was so much more of a social event than it is now. Like now, you can still go to the theater, but you're coordinating with an Uber, you're texting your friends right up till the screen goes up, and then you're texting people when you
Yeah.
get out.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I swear, for by thee, I swear. Come on, Dick, do a little bit of Hamlet just for me. So the last one that I've got pulled out here is the one that I mentioned as far as horror Christmas movie goes, and my favorite depiction of Krampus is in this movie right here.
Christmas
Uh,
horror story. I haven't seen
I,
this.
so it is also on Prime, but I don't think it is free right now. But I think it was on sale to buy it for like $7. So for me, it's worth it. It's a anthology Christmas
Oh,
story that has a wraparound story from beginning to end, and it's got a one week story in it. I think maybe one and a half, but
mhm.
it's really good, man. It's got William Shatner's in it. Hey,
Is it a animation or is it a
no,
live
no,
action?
no. It's live action.
Okay.
it kind of looks like animation or CGI
Well,
here.
just because the anthology, I was like, yeah, is it cheap? What? I never heard of this, so I'm gonna have to check this out.
I'm when I mention this movie to people, I'm a little surprised people haven't heard of it, but it went under the radar. It's been on Prime. I think it's like 2016 or 2017 was when this movie come out. Uh, it
Mm.
it's different. Like it kind of rode the a Christmas horror story. It was riding the American Horror Story vibe with the titling and stuff, but it's a
Well,
really good Christmas horror movie. You have Santa Claus against Krampus, and so the elves like a virus outbreak in the workshop where the elves turn into zombies and attack
see, I've
Santa.
heard of this. I have heard of this. Maybe I've seen clips of that, but I'm aware of that one. The elves being uber violent, or maybe somebody parodied it. Well, I'm not sure. For me, it's just I don't think if I've ever heard of it. Maybe I saw the name William Shatner attached to it, and he's never
Yeah,
been a big draw for me. He's somebody who's amused me, but I've never gone out of my way to look at his stuff.
yeah. I bet you will like him in this.
Oh, I'm sure.
He plays a very good character in this that wraps through the whole thing beginning to end, and then you figure out the part that he plays in it toward the end of the movie, like his part in the overall story.
Yeah, and I
So I
mean,
check it
seeing
out.
how high
It's
you,
on Prime.
yeah, and you've placed it high enough that I'm definitely going to have to check it out, right? So
Yeah,
can't just
it's
ignore
worth
what you've done. Yeah.
it's worth renting. I mean, I think it's worth renting and checking out. So anybody that hadn't seen it and you like Christmas horror stuff, it's pretty good actually. If you watch it, let me know what you think about it. Oh, all
Hmm.
right. Let's
Oh,
see
look
what
how big I
else.
am. I got to
Yeah,
stop munching jelly beans.
that's what I said. So, what do you have a favorite Christmas for GI Joe stuff?
Mm.
A
We were
favorite
talking
year?
about that. Yeah, so we said we'd talk about that. I can't remember. We'd have to look it up right now. But what year did the hovercraft come out?
84.
84. So the Christmas of 84 was probably my favorite because it was the weirdest Christmas because my uncle, like we'd all go to my grandmother's house and there was my mom and her two brothers and our respective families. And her eldest brother, David, had just married a girl from Quebec who didn't speak a lick of English. And they had asked if we could do our Christmas her family's way that one year in 1984. That meant staying up till I think it was 4 in the morning, opening presents and then going back to bed. And I was like, the hell I can go back to bed when you put a hovercraft in front of me, right? So
Yeah.
I think I think there's a photo of me somewhere passed out with the hovercraft at my arm and my face like planted down beside it in the APC. My arm's like coughing in that as well. Right. But that was my favorite Christmas because it was like the year the hovercraft came out, it was one of many cool vehicles that showed up under the tree. Right. So what about
Yeah.
you?
Um, it's between 84 and 85. I think 83, which is weird because I probably got the most Joe stuff in 83.
Hmm.
Um, but 84 and 85, like 84, I got the whale. 85, I got the hover or the hydrofoil. I got the moray that year. Uh, in 86, I got the terror drone.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's really hard to pick, but I would say probably 84 because I just love that damn hovercraft so much, and I got a couple
Mhm.
other of things with it, but I got some figures, and I think I got the night landing. I think come out that year. I got it. That was
That's really
that
good.
was the
Yeah.
that was the one I didn't get till later because my mom forgot to get it out from underneath her bed.
Yeah.
And I told that story before. It was like May, and
She
she had sent
finds
me
it.
to. She'd sent me to get something like literally out from under her bed, and I saw it under there, and I didn't say anything, and then I didn't get it, and I was like, "Well, what is that for?" So it was like months, and I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want her to think that I went snooping for presents because I never did that.
What a
I
pickle. That
never.
would have been, that must have been eating you alive for
Oh, it
weeks.
was. I was waiting for her to ask me to go get something so I could say, "What is this under here?" So
Yeah.
then after that, she had to find a new hiding place for shit, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
my mom took me to a swimming practice one morning, and then when she opened the trunk, she had forgotten she had put my GI Joe water moccasin in the trunk. So I had seen that, but hey, this is the best swimming practice ever. Right, but
yeah.
yeah, hiding
So
spots for presents. Yeah.
D Griff 85, probably my worst. I chose poorly. I could have had the flag, but chose something else, probably Transformers.
You're
Mm,
using the right avatar for your face right now on that one, D Grip. The sad Stewie.
yeah. Wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah.
Mhm.
Let's see. War Chest says 82 and 84. Let's see. Turk Cobra Rattler Christmas Story. First year. So that would have been 82, but there wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot that year. 83 was when it was really picking up steam. 83, man, I racked up in 83 because I got the headquarters, the Dragonfly, the Sky Striker.
So I think it was 83 or 84 also that I got the GI Joe silent issue, the actual like
Oh yeah.
original silent issue. And my grandmother had rolled that motherfucker tight up for my stocking and put an elastic around that bitch. And I didn't care when I was a kid, but now I'm just
Yeah.
like, me and my grandmother would not have gotten along if she had lived long enough to see me as an adult.
Yeah. You remember that time? Well, here's some Epsom salt. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, yeah. You stay in the chair, Grandma.
Hey, you stay right there. You sit there. So that's I had a lot of good memories. That's why GI Joe has such a big place for me because that was a lot of my childhood. Was I've said it many times. GI Joe got me through childhood with parents divorcing, and my Joes were my friends. When I was a
Hmm.
kid, because none of my friends lived close, so I spent time with my Joes. So Christmas is when you knew you were going to get a lot of stuff, or hoped you were going to get a lot of stuff. And it was funny because then, like, your parents just they knew what you were into, and you just like, oh, I really like this GI Joe stuff, and then under the tree or whatever, or gifts from relatives or whatever, like it just kept coming. Now I got to
Yeah.
buy it all myself, and it sucks.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. And I mean, I'm not I'm very much into the symmetry of things, and I realize, as my life changes, I find myself going back to collecting GI Joe to be in that happier spot, like the one you just talked about, right? It's that
Hmm.
childhood connection that's familiar. It's a safe space, or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah,
But when you talk about how the parents knew we were into this, once you become a parent, it's suddenly very obvious. You looked for the toy that kept your kid the most interested all day because that was the quietest they ever were, and you were able to get the most done. So if it
yeah,
was GI Joe, you noticed. If it was a Nintendo 64, you noticed, right? Like,
yep,
yeah.
absolutely. And so war chest. So same, grew up in the country, so I just had toys and that's it. Yeah, I mean, I had friends,
Mhm.
but none of them were close enough to go play with. I mean, it was my closest childhood friend that I spent any time with. Um, outside of my cousin was probably, oh, I think the closest one to me was probably about 3 or 4 miles, and that wasn't walking distance down the busy highway.
Yeah, and it's not like your Joe collection was super portable and things like that. Like going
Yeah.
out and play, you were playing anything but your Joes half the time, unless they were coming to your place, right?
Yeah, that's right. Like, oh, bring some of your Joes over. So everybody,
Yeah,
everybody liked to come to my house because I had almost all of it. So then you
yeah.
got those kids that wanted to mix everything up, and I always said they played wrong.
Yeah, yeah, I couldn't take the Masters of the Universe in my Joe playtime, but for
So
us, it was road hockey and Joes. If you weren't playing Joes, you were
yeah,
playing road hockey, right?
yeah,
So
those those kids that called Darth Vader Dark Vader.
punch them right in the mouth.
I had one of those. I was like, I can't play with him anymore.
Yeah, no.
Oh, so all right. Well, we talked a little bit about that. Talked a little bit about some of what the chat liked, what they got for Christmas. Let's see. Make sure I got
Yeah, I haven't seen the
so
chat in a bit. Are they still
nope.
there?
Yeah, they're still there. Nope, just kidding. That's a fake banner. We're not going to do that one.
Yeah. Oh dear, no, no, no. Why'd you even make that? You silly.
Uh, that was left over from the show with Pop last week.
Oh, geez. Sheer
Uh,
coincidence.
I just left it in there just to do that.
Yeah.
Somebody did ask earlier. Let's see. Yeah, tell that fatal garage sale that my cousin sold all of his toys for like $35. Um,
And aren't you always looking for a fatal garage sale now as an adult just to take it out on someone else? Like, you
yeah,
fool, what have you put on? Ha ha ha.
there's so many collectors out there now, man. I don't
Uh,
get up early enough to get good deals at garage sales. That shit ain't
no,
happening.
no,
If
you've
I
got to
see
beat a lot of other people.
Yeah, if I see something on Marketplace and something, I'll send a message. Be like, will you take this? I'll come get it. If they say no, like, best of luck to you. Like, do you watch Froggy Flips?
Nope,
Okay, check
never heard of
Froggy
it.
Flips out. Okay, check him out on YouTube. Really good. He's a really good dude. Like, I mean, I don't know him. I just watch his channel. So like he goes to garage sales and toy shows and stuff, and like he collects shit, but he flips it, but like he overpays for things when he buys stuff from people. Like, if they're selling things that, like, you know they could get $500 for, and they got it priced at $50, he'll give them like 250 because he knows he's making out.
Yeah,
Good.
okay, so it's ethical.
Yes, he's very ethical, but he has a really good channel, and he at the end he catalogs the stuff he picks up, and like what he got it for versus what it sells for and all that. So
Oh,
like,
that's
I got
good.
no affiliation with the guy, but it's a really interesting channel, and I
Yeah.
bring it up. I think he's in Indiana, I bring it up because we were talking about garage sales, and that's the main thing he does is he goes to garage sales, and the dude like must not sleep because he'll be there like the sun's coming up and he's outside waiting. You know, people are setting shit out. So,
Yeah.
uh, all right. Well, we intercepted some intel. You want to talk about that? Get into that.
Oh, I've lost track of which intel is this one.
Those letters we intercepted.
Oh, right, we're doing that. Yes, yeah, yeah. You can talk about it, or what? Is it
Well,
the
we
Hawk and Coco?
yeah, we intercepted some intel from some encrypted transmissions that we decoded, and we have come across the letters to Santa Christmas list
Hmm.
from
I've got to
Hawk
find
and
mine.
Cobra Commander that they
Yeah,
wrote
hang
to
on.
Santa this year.
I had a couple of cards I had to go with mine. So you'll have to give me a second to find. I just had it there. There we go. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, you caught me flat-footed there. I was like, over there. Just looking at the
well,
clock,
we
going, oh yeah.
we didn't really have a schedule. We just had a bunch of stuff we were gonna do. So
That's right. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, I got. So we were talking about things we were going to do. We said, what was it we said? We said, what would it look like if Cobra Commander and General Hawk had to write letters to Santa Claus? And we challenged each other to just write something silly little poems or something to that effect, right? Isn't that how that went?
that was pretty much the gist of it.
Hmm. So where do you want me? Do you want me first or second?
Uh, it doesn't matter. We can do either way. Which would you prefer? I have your media queued up.
Why don't you go first and I'll go second, and then because after that we're alternating. It seems like you've got everything queued.
All right, that sounds like a plan to me. So I
Okay.
am going to. This is a communication I intercepted from Cobra Commander to Santa Claus. Dear Santa Claus, I realize it has been a while since I have written to you. Despite my best efforts, I must admit I have failed in conquering the world this year. By not holding the world beneath my heel, I feel as if this qualifies me for the nice list this year. I will keep my requests humble. First, I would really like a Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model Energon Ray. Second, please bring me skin cream that will keep my scales from chafing underneath this helmet. Winters are brutal. Third, ninja lessons. They always come after me. Fourth, a new Cobra Pogo. I accidentally vaulted mine into the ceiling of the Terradrome and destroyed it. Fred 7 is dead and the plans died with him. Fifth, minions who do not dress up as animals. Please, P.S. Please bring G.I. Joe more Ram cycles. They are no match for our Hiss tanks, and they haven't made one in every single color yet. Also, leave them cold. Thank you, Santa. I hope you have a safe journey this year. You will find grape soda and chocolate donuts upon your arrival to Cobra Island. Sincerely, Cobra Commander.
Bravo.
I need to
Oh, I'm
work on
having
my
a fun.
Cobra Commander voice.
I'm just having fun at how quickly you are ready to annihilate Christmas if we ever put you in charge of a terrorist organization. As you can see, Lime really doesn't understand what we're doing today. Go,
Oh, you
get
have
out of here.
papers spread out, so
Yeah,
he's
so
got to,
immediately the cat's like, let me the fuck
yeah,
in. I need
yeah,
that.
let me wreck it.
Hang on, let me kick him out because he's not going to relent until he's effed this right up. Okay, are you done? Do I have to defeat you some more? I am powerful. I am human. You were cat.
I can't believe he doesn't knock everything off of those shelves, man.
Oh, he will as soon as I'm into my start reading my thing. Like halfway, he'll everything will fall on top of me. Ah, okay. So we had General Hawk. General Hawk is a band, right? It's his second band. The first one, General. Do you have the pictures
I
that,
do.
that I
You
sent
ready?
you? Yeah, yeah. We can talk about Hawk's band. So General Hawk wrote a song for Santa, but it's actually copyright infringement. He just stole from the Clash's "Should I Stay or Should I Go." But I pictured Hawk song sounding something like, and I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to read it to you. Okay. So
Oh, you
Hawk's
can
letter to
sing. We
Santa.
don't mind.
Well, if you know the song "Should I Stay or Should I Go," you can definitely picture that simplistic tune in your head while Hawk pleases you with "Ho ho ho ho." Right, Santa. I think you already know these guns of ours have got to go. Could you take a little time to have a look at their design? They're gummier than Bazooka Joe, so I just chucked all of ours in the snow. I'm saying, please, 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 tighten up my breaker's knees. One day he's fine, then he's on his back. He was cool, now he's just a sack. So, St. Nick, you should know a fixed breaker is good to go. Then the chorus says, that's all I want for G.I. Joe now. All these snake eyes are getting old now. In a season of money struggles, Hasbro has us buying doubles. Sorry, Santa, but you should know I'm asking for shells for all this Joe. And that QR code still bugs me. There's just nothing there to see. Exactly what's that supposed to be? Don't know why they even want to trick me. Santa, please call Hasbro. Get them to fix that QR code. And then it says, that's all I want for G.I. Joe now. All these snake eyes are getting old now. In a season of money struggles, Hasbro has us buying doubles. Sorry, Santa, but you should know I'm asking for shells for G.I. Joe. And then it says, shit, bridge. And then do we have the last part? There it is. Uh, where is it? I've lost my notes there. Yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the poem. And then it ends, P.S. Send more rams. That fucking cat did it. I had a whole other page, like a little cue card, and the cat knocked it on the floor. So we're just gonna leave it on the floor. You were right about the
Oh, I
cat.
jinxed it. I
You
jinxed it.
did. No, my cat
Oh,
just did what cats do, right? Kick stuff on the
no,
floor.
right. So, so Eric said it right there. It says General Hawk Tua.
Yeah, yeah, that was his second band, Hawk 2A to Octua. Yeah.
So, you want to anything you want to say about your pictures here? I just noticed you have a monkey playing the drums.
A chimpanzee. Yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
I don't have a drummer yet. It's hard to fit it in that. I made that stage too small.
What
No, that
drum
was it.
set is that?
That's from Barbie.
Okay.
It's huge. I got to replace that at some point too.
I love that, man. Like you should set up something with like a USO show.
one day,
And
one day when we're actually, good at editing and stuff, writing things. But
I
there,
like that, man. That's good.
we got our list done. But that wasn't the real one that we wanted to do.
Oh no, no, no,
No, we
no.
got to get to that.
Yeah, Slash and Rob Zombie. It's awesome. Oh, all right. So we got those. We got our lists done. So we got one last thing that we do want to do here. So we
Hmm.
wouldn't feel right going into Christmas without a Christmas carol. It's not
Yeah.
really a carol, but it kind of is, kind of isn't. So
Well, it's big enough we named the show after it.
yeah. So we are going to do the 12 days of Jomas. So we have indeed rewritten the 12 days of Christmas for G.I. Joe. And it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. And it's
I
going to
just
be
gotta
funny.
double check one thing to make sure that I'm announcing this right. I just want to. Sorry, it just occurred to me I might have written it wrong on the very first. Is it of the or just the? Yeah. There we go.
Uh,
Let me
the
double check that.
uh, the
The best. Yeah.
The
Okay, we're good.
the best, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I didn't drop it at the last second. All right. So
Uh,
yeah, we're gonna do 12 Days of Christmas, and we gave each other alternating verses like real men.
Yep, and this song does. If you ever sang this song like with the group of
Right?
people, it takes forever to sing. So we tried to figure out a way to cut it down so maybe it's not quite as long. So we're taking turn with the verses rather than going back and forth with it. So, and
Yeah.
I do have the lyrics written out that I'm getting ready to put up for you guys. Sorry, I get some water for my melodious singing voice here. Oh, just in time.
Oh,
You'll
cold
love this
coffee.
part.
Oh dear. Hello,
What's going on?
Lawrence.
Lawrence, a punk with toys, probably over there playing with the Robo Skull.
Yeah. Still seeing how
Oh,
many shipwrecks fit in it.
oh, you are just in time. We're about to sing a song. Like to hear it? Here it go. So here are the lyrics for you guys if you want to sing along in your head because it's absolutely fucking ridiculous, but I think it will be funny. So get those up there and Crow anytime you're ready to start us off. And remember
Okay.
our parts that we have to do together. And you guys know we're not great at synchronizing this. So,
No.
all right.
Maybe turn your speakers down.
Yeah. And
All right.
we will not be able to do comments until after this is over. So just enjoy for a minute.
Yeah, yeah. It's a hyper focused kind of moment. All right. If I remember this little ditty, I think it starts off with the on the first day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me the
The
best
best
80s
80s
IP.
IP.
I was supposed to
Oh,
wait for you.
that's all right. We knew that was going to
Yeah.
happen.
There we go.
On the second day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me two twin twits and the
And the
best
best 80s
80s
IP.
IP.
On the third day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me three crappy patches, two twin twits, and the
And the
best
best
80s
80s
IP.
IP.
The lag's getting us.
Yeah. On the fourth day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me four fodder figures, three crappy patches, two twin twits, and the
And the
best
best
80s
80s
IP.
IP. Oh. On the fifth day of Christmas, the Hasbro gave to me five
Five broken
broken
O-rings
O-rings, four fodder figures, three crappy patches, two twin twits, and the
and the
best
best 80s
80s
IP.
IP. Oh my God, this hurt.
On the sixth day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me six bat repaints, five
Five
broken
broken
O-rings,
rings.
four fodder figures, three crappy patches, two twin twits, and the
The
best
best
80s
80s
IP.
IP. Where are we on? Six, seven, seven.
Seven.
On the seventh day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me seven eels a sloshing, six bat repaints, five
Five broken
broken
O-rings
O-rings, four fodder figures, three crappy patches, two twin twits, and the
and the
best
best 80s
80s
IP.
IP.
On the eighth day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me eight shipwrecks a moshing, seven eels a sloshing, six bat repaints, five
Five
broken
broken
O-rings,
O-rings.
four fodder figures, three crappy patches, two twin twits, and the
And the
best
best
80s
80s
IP.
IP. Oh, good. On the ninth day of Christmas, my true love gave, or Hasbro gave to me nine pre-orders of shipping, eight shipwrecks of motion, seven eels of sloshing, six bat repaints, five
Five
broken
broken
O-rings,
O-rings.
four fodder figures, three crappy patches, two twin twits, and the
And the
best
best
80s
80s
IP.
IP. On the 10th day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me 10 Vipers Viping Vendos, 9 pre-order shipping, 8 shipwrecks a moshing, 7 ills a sloshing, 6 bat repaints, 5
5
broken
broken
O-rings,
O-rings.
4 fodder figures, 3 crappy patches, 2 twin twits, and the
The
best
best
80s
80s
IP.
IP. Okay, almost there. On the 11th day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me 11 nights of creeping, 10 Windows Vipers Viping. 10 Vipers Viping Windows, 9 pre order shipping, 8 shipwrecks of moshing, 7 eels of sloshing, 6 battery paints, 5
5
broken
broken
O rings.
O-rings.
4 fodder figures, 3 crappy patches, 2 twin twits, and the
And the
80s are the
best
best 80s
80s
IP.
IP. On the 12th day of Christmas, Hasbro gave to me 12 Dreadnoks damaging, 11 Knights of creeping, 10 Vipers viping Vendos, 9 pre-order shipping, 8 shipwrecks a moshing, 7 ills a sloshing, 6 bat repaints, 5
5 broken
broken
O-rings.
O-rings, 4 fodder figures, 3 crappy patches, 2 twin twits, and the
And the
best
best
80s
80s IP.
IP.
Oh my god, that's
Oh,
so much harder than I thought it was going to be.
oh, that actually went way better than I thought it was going to.
We're the only ones
I,
laughing. Everybody else left. I got to see the chat.
yeah, everybody logged out. So,
Yeah.
oh, that was fun. So
Two in the
we
chat.
had to do something. Well, let's go back and see what the chat has to say.
Yeah.
So let's see. Target says with a little practice, this could be good. Well,
Yeah,
we did
Ronnie trick shot.
absolutely no
Ronnie
practice. So
Ronnie trick shot nailed it right what we were all thinking right at the end. Now be honest. Read that.
did viewer count drop off while you're singing?
Yes.
That was horrible. No, I think we were at 14 when we started, and we're at 14 now. So
Ronnie, we go into everything open, eyes wide open, okay? Like we knew very well what the risk was.
And Punk says everyone makes fun of me for my flag and shipwreck story. Well, your flag and shipwreck story made it into our story, so that's how much we cherish your flag and shipwreck story.
At least you had a flag story.
The 39th year of me not getting the flag. Dave says on the 18th day of Christmas, the battlefield gave to me the best clusterfuck I've ever seen.
Yeah, there you go. Never again.
Oh, no, that was fun. I think if we practice that could
Oh
work.
yeah, no, I just mean like they'll never fall for this again. We're gonna have to trick them with something else next year.
Yeah, we'll have to do
and then
something.
six,
We'll make
something
something else up. Oh, and that's really like that. That was about all we had. We were going to keep it somewhat short tonight, and want to do some fun Christmas stuff. I hope you guys have had fun. So, Crow, you mentioned you're going out of town. So, how long are you going to be gone on your trip for Christmas?
Yeah, so I'm going to Edmonton. I'll be gone for a couple of weeks, but I'm not sure if you'll see much content coming out of me. I do plan on popping in, doing a couple shorts, couple videos there over the break. But yeah, aside from that, I'll be gone for about 2 weeks and then back at it. Hopefully with some other new figures. I don't know what. Sorry, just reading Ronnie's thing in the middle of that. I don't have my glasses on.
That's great. What a disgraceful way to finish. And just for you, for you, Ronnie. Hold on. Let's see. Let me find it. So let's see what's a good one. Oh, I don't really have any good ones saved. So
yeah, it's
I don't know why that loops.
It's the season. It's the season for these such things, Ronnie. So you'll probably see more of them before the end of the year. Just hopefully they're not as disgraceful as ours. But hopefully they are, actually.
We knew that was coming. It was the 39th year of me getting the flag for Christmas, and same for Dave. So you're going to be gone a couple weeks. So our next battlefield would be on New Year's Day. Is that something you think we can do, or are you going to be back?
I think that's the day I'm flying back, man. So if I can stream from the plane, I will, but we might have to bump it. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'll be in touch with you. I may go ahead and might go ahead and schedule one and see if some other folks might want to come on and
absolutely.
if you get back and you're not too tired, oh sweet. I want to see those. Ask him to take some pictures of the dragonfly and the robo skull together. I appreciate it.
Right on.
So we'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear and see, and just the next couple of weeks are gonna kind of be weird. I've got a Sevens Wild with Pop Blender actually Christmas night, and we're not completely sure if we're gonna do it or not. That's a really long day for everybody, but he has to drive back and forth across town a few times, so that's something else. Like if I may go ahead and schedule one and just do it, and again might send a couple links out, and if he can get on, we'll do one. So there may or may not be one. I know that's a weird night for everybody, and like, oh, you're gonna stream Christmas night. I ain't doing shit else unless I'm sleeping from the day, so
Yeah.
why not? So we'll play that by ear, but if we do it, I'll put something up, and then same for Battlefield next 2 weeks from now. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But I want to say, hope everybody, we don't see you. I'm sure we'll see you in the chat somewhere. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Happy New Year. Do whatever you do, friends, family, celebrate however you see fit. Just have fun, be safe.
Yeah. And if you're one of those people out there in the chat right now that maybe doesn't have family in your area and you're looking at spending Christmas alone, make sure you treat yourself extra nice that day, all right, and not get too far in the dumps. And if you are far in the dumps, make sure you reach out to somebody out here and chat us up because
Yep.
it's not a good day, not a good day to feel that way, right?
No, and it's not a good day for a lot of people, and some days I'm one of those people. So,
Yeah.
my email address is in my channel description. Most of you have
Mhm.
me on something. You can get me on this phone right here. So, you need to
Yeah.
talk to somebody. Let me know. I will be here, friends. Oh, with that, I don't have nothing else. Hit that like on the way out. I appreciate it, everybody.
I'll tell you
Um,
what. Okay, next time, hit the like on the way out if you don't want us to sing on the next one. There you go.
no, that's sabotage.
No, that means they have to log
Sabotage.
back out, log back in, and hit it again. Like they're gonna go
Oh,
get dummy
yeah.
accounts.
That's right. That's a good point. So, with that, you guys, that is the Christmas edition of Backyard Battlefield. Thank you
That's
guys
all,
all
folks.
for tuning in and being here, watching on the
Yeah.
replay, and we will see you guys next year.
Yeah.
Peace.
Have a good one. Be safe.